Tell me. Tell me about it.
Okay, so I thought it would be a good idea to give my bird a shower, right? I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna completely soak him under the water, but he'll just get the mist that comes from my shower.
Yeah, right.
So I said, well, because I didn't have a sprayer bottle for him, and he smelled really bad. So
Yeah.
I said, I think I'm gonna give him a bath.
Yeah.
So I hopped in the shower and I brought him with, and as soon as the water turned on, he started screaming like a little child.
Oh,
He just started screaming. So it's not completely closed off, but the curtain was closed and everything, right? Well, he flew up and over the top and was just flying around. So I stuck my head out of the shower. I'm like, what are you doing? He kept flying around. He hit the door and hit the floor and wouldn't move. I'm like, oh crap. Oh no.
But he's not dead.
He's not dead. So he hit the door and he just sat there, right? He wasn't moving. So I got out of the shower and went to go get him. And I slipped and hit my head off the door.
Oh, man.
So then I almost landed on him, but then I got back up. And then he started moving, but he was just walking in circles.
Is he okay
He's
though?
fine. He hasn't pooped in 3 days.
He's a pooper, Pluto.
I'm waiting for him to poop. But
And you forget about it? Sam, will you forget about it?
it was really sad.
Oh, that is. Or is that you, Jeff? That's you. Okay, cool.
And then my dog came in and tried to eat him. So I had to fight my dog.
Oh my gosh, that's
It was
insane.
crazy. And then my mom asked what was going on. I'm like, nothing. Just the
Nothing.
bird's about to die.
Oh, man.
That was a lot.
But it's a lot, but it's alive.
But then yesterday I successfully gave him a bath. That's my dog.
Well, that's the moral of the story.
Yep.
Still got that bath.
Still got
Hey,
that.
go get your goggles real quick before I forget. All right, folks. Okay, so we're gonna finish them up today.
Where's my bath?
And then turn them in if you've got them all. If you need another day, that's fine. It's not going to be counted late because you were absent, right? So just again, make just little notes about things. I'm going to end up today at the end of class here posting this presentation so that you have all the birds with you in this order. I also will be giving you a Quizlet so you can practice these like with the flashcards, or you can do your own test, that kind of stuff. I have not yet figured out how to do Quizlet with like getting up and moving around the room. I think it would work with, yes, I mean, I know how to do it just with with COVID stuff. I think because if we would get in Quizlet groups, it would be under 15 minutes, so it would still not, you know what I mean? There's that magical, I don't know who came up with that magical 15-minute rule, but that is a red-tailed hawk. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to finish them up, and then I don't know, it depends on how fast we go. First period was a couple birds behind, and we just wrapped it up today.
What did I do?
So we'll see. So, okay, let's just go for it. All right, this is a red-tailed hawk. It's got a red tail, right? Okay, this is the wax wing, right? It's got a little wax on its wing. Okay, what color is this bird's head? Brown-headed cowbird. This, of course, is an owl. Looks like it's got horns, gray horn owl. Okay, what color is this? Indigo. It's not blue, right? It's indigo. Monty. What color is this kid's eye?
Blue jay. Not blue
Nope.
jay. Bluebird, blackbird, same thing.
Dark-eyed junco, right? Okay, tomorrow we're going to start looking to see if they're around.
Red-headed woodpecker.
Red-headed woodpecker, nope. It does have a red head. This is the pileated woodpecker. Pileated or pileated. This one, there's a red shafted. Here's the red shafted or yellow shafted. When it flies, it seems like it's
Oh my God.
flickering. Yes, so northern flicker. Snap, blank, pop. Grackle, right? Not crackle, but grackle. I don't know. That's just my way of remembering that. This says drink your tea, drink your tea. The eastern towhee. Okay, this is wearing a hat. Okay, what color hat?
Black cap.
Black cap, chickadee. Okay, this one's got red on its wing. Red blackbird. Sand. Killed one, right? We found that out on Friday. Okay, this one has a, it's a buzzard. Okay, that's the turkey vulture. By the way, I saw a million of these out. I was actually sitting at lunch in the teacher's lounge, and I looked in the window, and there were two just like I could see them flying up in the sky.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Okay, that's a
Oh, the
part.
night of the football game, there was a bunch of them
Was
too.
it- Did you see some?
There was a bunch of them.
This is the Canada goose, right? And then this Cooper's hawk, it's got white and black on its tail. This is the tufted titmouse where the tufted titmouse says, Peter, 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 Peter.
See, I don't even know that.
Yeah, this is, see, you've used to Jason.
There's
Okay,
that.
here's the belted kingfisher. It's got a belt around its neck. Okay, this is the only true bluebird, right? There's lots of bluebirds. Okay, but this is the eastern bluebird. Okay, this one, there's a hint right here. The barred owl, right? It's got bars on there. Did some laundry. Yeah, yeah. Downy woodpecker did some laundry this weekend. Threw one of those birds in there. Just kidding. Okay, mallard. Okay, red-bellied woodpecker. There's that red belly. Okay, sandhill crane. American goldfinch. The common loon. Baltimore oriole. There's the, yeah. They don't usually look that fat, but that one's a little chunky. Okay, there's the house finch. Remember, the purple finch is all purple. Okay, song sparrow. Many of you have heard this bird out in the
I
wild.
think I heard some this morning.
Yeah, get it. Northern cardinal. Horned lark. Nobody misses that because it literally says horned lark right there. Blue jay. Crow. Oh, there's Caleb.
It's a blackbird.
By the way,
Hey, I didn't think I was going to see you today. I'm so happy.
Oh, I'm so
I don't know where Katrina is, but Kayla, good to see you. Okay, there's the crow. Okay, scarlet tanager. Scarlet's another way to describe that. Red. Okay, there's the American robin. Red-headed woodpecker. Great blue heron. Wood duck. Phoebe. Eastern meadowlark. Barn swallow, something that Sam did not kill. Okay. Catbird, right? We know what the catbird says.
Meow, 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 meow.
I literally did that. It was so loud and annoying.
Oh, yeah. This morning I got out of my car. I parked back here because we were doing something in Apes and I needed to blow up a balloon with my exhaust. It was fun. We were successful. Yes.
This is another thing I did.
Yeah.
So as I was riding my bike and I started hearing the how people feel hang on, what's it called? The great catbird.
Yeah.
So as I was riding, I heard a cicada like up in the trees, and all I heard was like it got louder and louder and it started to push. I'm like, what was that? Next thing I know, it hit the ground, it was fluttering, and I was riding my bike. As soon as I looked down, it put right on my tire.
Oh man.
And so it just went from really loud to just silent.
Yeah. I next year, is a big year for cicadas. It's brood X, which means the giant brood underneath. And so cicadas come out every 17 years. So the ones that are out right now came out like 17 years ago, right? They've been in the ground for 17 years. Next year's group, called brood X, will be coming out, okay, but it's the massive one. And I remember 17 years ago when this happened, we drove down to Bloomington, Indiana, and it was literally so loud that it was deafening. The cicadas there's so many of them.
Ew,
Yeah.
Birdman.
Oh
Like
yeah.
a fortune teller.
What are you looking at? Was there something up there? Something flying?
Yeah.
Oh what? Oh, some sort of bug. Okay. All right, this is it. This is the house. Oh,
Hey,
yay.
if you see one that's
Katrina is
absolutely
here.
no reason to smack someone across the back of the head. No reason.
Hi, Katrina. I didn't think you were coming, but you did come, and Zoom is working, and Zoom didn't work earlier today. Did I have anything in my teeth? I ate some poppy seeds. See any poppy seeds in there?
Papi?
Poppy seeds? All right. Did we get to field sparrow?
Yeah.
We did this one.
We got the 40.
It has a pink beak. I know it doesn't look pinkish, but real life it does. Do we do this one?
No.
All right.
Rested nuthatch.
This is the white breasted nuthatch. Okay, this is a super cool bird. Very common, 100%. You'll see this in North Manchester if you start paying attention. Okay, here's how I want you to recognize this one. It's the only bird that when it lands on a tree, it will climb up the tree, and it will turn around and climb back down the tree. Okay?
Cool.
No other bird will do that. Yeah, only this one. Like woodpeckers, they'll fly on the tree, they'll peck at it, they'll fly away. Okay? This one is also looking for insects. It's looking around. It wants to eat some insects. Okay? Once again, we're going to turn in our notes today, so please, type up a few things. So you can maybe put that it's got kind of a bluish gray back, kind of a black striped head, whatever is going to help you with that. Or maybe you can even put the little story. It's the only bird that will climb up a tree and turn around and climb back down. There's another bird that's called a creeper, brown creeper. It's a creeper.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So when it lands on the tree, it doesn't just walk up the tree, it walks around the tree, but it won't go back down. Okay, so this one, like if this is the tree, it'll go like around all the way up. That's the creeper. But this guy right here lands, turns around, goes back down. Very cool bird. Again, you will see this 100%. Okay, here's the hairy woodpecker. Once again, looks just like the downy, just like it, except it's bigger. Okay, in real life. So in real life, when you see side by side, this is about twice the size of a downy, and its beak is much, much bigger. Okay, so a longer beak, even though they look a lot alike. Okay, the calls are different too, and if you start learning some of those calls, then you can see the difference. But so I do some bird banding. Sometime I haven't done it for a year now, and it kind of is a bummer. But we catch these birds in nets, and then you can you get them out of the net, which sounds really easy, but sometimes it's really hard because they get all tangled up in these nets. One time it took me like a half hour to get a little hooded warbler out, which was a bummer. But you get them out, and then you put them in this little sack. But you can't see in the sack, right? And if you had to hold a hairy woodpecker and a downy woodpecker in both hands, you would know the difference right away. Because, they're just so much bigger. And you can see it also in real life. Yeah, that's it. And I've got this week you're all going to get your dead bird. Somebody will get a hairy woodpecker.
But we get to handle that bird.
Yeah. Okay, this is the green heron. Okay, now remember, heron, my size, a little bit smaller than me, long legs, that's a great blue heron. This guy's only like this big, okay? He has short legs, okay? But longer than like a robin's, okay? But they are really cool, okay? Definitely, we have lots of them, good population here in Indiana, okay, here in North Manchester. Okay, it gets its name. It used to be called green-backed heron. Now it's just green heron because of the green that are on the back feathers here. Okay,
It's like
this,
moss.
although this doesn't, you can't see it in this picture as well. The head is kind of a dark green. Very cool bird. You will see it in tops of trees, but often you see it in a wetland, wading around, just kind of hanging out, looking for food, around lily pads and that kind of stuff. That's the green heron. Also very cool bird. Its call is weird. It kind of sounds like a dog sneezing, okay, but kind of a weird dog sneeze. Okay, yeah. I'll play for you in a bit. All right.
Remember the dogs have really bad allergies?
Yeah. I've heard it in our backyard before. The first time I ever heard it, I was like, "What is this, Cooper?" And Cooper's has a cold or something. And then I was like, "Oh no, that's a green heron." Yeah, no joke. All right, this bird. Okay, I guarantee you've all seen it. European starling. It's kind of a pain in the butt. People don't love them. Okay, people shoot them. You won't get arrested if you shoot this one. But have you ever seen this before? So many birds up in the sky, and they're all moving together like this. That's the starling, okay? And starlings, they breed like crazy. Now they're called the European starling. Why do you think they call it? Why do you think they call them the European starling? Because they're from Europe. Okay, so there was this guy. Get this. This guy thought it would be a good idea to bring every single bird that was mentioned by William Shakespeare in his plays to bring them to America. So he was like, okay, I'm going to make a list of all these birds, and we're going to ship them from Europe here. Okay, here's the problem. Okay, when you bring a non-native species, into an area where they have no natural predator, they go crazy. They just start reproducing like nuts. And so these have become a nuisance for a lot of people. I heard a story about a town that tried to get rid of their starlings by spraying them with soap and waiting and doing so on an evening where they knew temperatures would drop below freezing. Their thought was if the soap did not allow the oil in the bird's feathers to do its job, like to keep it warm, that they'd freeze to death and die.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, it only killed a few instead of all of them, and they were like, "Ha
You just get regular
yes,
roast
yes, suckers." Yeah, that was it was a poor management technique for sure, and unfortunately did not work. So that's the European starling. All right, here you go. But they're kind of pretty. But man, there are tons of them out there. All right, I got a live one of these. Well, a dead one, but I gotta show you.
Can we hold it?
I definitely hold it.
All right, I got a story about this one. Okay, so this is the catch.
An actual live thing.
This is maybe someday. We're gonna try to catch jumper. So, a lot. You want to hold it, Olivia?
I want to hold it.
It's eyeball. I want to touch his eyeball. It has no eyeball.
So, right, let me tell you.
Roll it up,
Touching his eyeball.
All right, so this is the American kestrel. Some people call it a sparrowhawk. Here's where you're going to see it. You're going to see it on a power line, okay? And it's looking down. This is the only bird that does this. It flies like this in one spot and then dives down to get its prey. You know, like hawks are soaring, turkey vultures are soaring. This one goes like this and goes down. This is the bird, I believe, Kimberly, that you have at your house, right? Don't you think that looks like that? Yeah. Okay. So I have. So this was alive in my classroom, and it was. I gotta tell you, it was the coolest thing. So this kid, Kyle Penrod. I don't know if anybody knows Kyle Penrod. He's a nice guy. He said, "Hey, Ben, I've got a. What happened to Katrina? I've got a bird. I don't know what it is. Can I bring it in?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I think it's a hawk." And so I was like, "I have a cage. You want to just take my cage and then bring it in tomorrow?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he catches it because it was weak. We think what had happened was that this bird ate a mouse in his barn, and that the mouse had eaten like rat poison. So I think that the mouse was still alive, didn't die. This ate the mouse with the rat poison and therefore made it sick. Well, of course, it ended up dying, but it lived for about a week. And so I was like, man, I'm going to really save this bird. So I had this bird in my classroom, right on that table, right in the back. And I was like, let's feed it. Okay, so I went to the pet store. Okay, this is maybe one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, and I wish I'd filmed it, but I don't know, it was way before I had like a cell phone and whatnot. Okay, but so I took a live mouse, okay, white, little cute, little white mouse,
Oh, God.
and I threw it in the cage.
Oh, yeah.
And the bird just kind of looked at it at first, and I thought, oh boy, it's not going to eat it. Then this bird, oh, rest your soul, okay, grabbed the mouse, okay, with these talons, grabbed it by its neck, and then ate its eyeballs out. Okay, like just pecked them out, and then this was crazy. Let the mouse go, and the mouse was like walking around like, what just happened? I have no eyeballs. You know, like in its head, I was like, what are you? You're sick. You're sick. Okay, so the mouse is like walking around. Everybody in class, girls are crying. You know, like everyone's freaked out. Right? They're like, save the mouse. Well, there's no saving that mouse. Okay, so then this guy jumps on top of the mouse and uses its beak to rip down the chest of this mouse. Okay, right? And then like, I mean, it was crazy because you could just see the meat. You could see its heart beating. Right? And then it just plunges its head in and goes to town and eats the rest of it. It was awesome.
You really should have felt
I know! That was such a bummer, man.
I bet the
but
bird
yeah.
did a great job.
This
Touch
is
its eyeball.
such a time.
No,
This would be
no
somebody's
eyeball.
bird.
Touch its gooey, where the eyeball is.
Yeah, okay. So this is the American kestrel. It does look like a peregrine falcon. It does. We do have peregrine falcons around here. They're about the same size, but a much more common bird.
Why did they have to make the bounce die so slow though? That was.
No, man, it was awesome. It was awesome. All right. Surprisingly enough, okay, this is so weird this year. I've had 3 people ask about this bird. One of them was this morning. Someone said, "Oh, not this one. Sorry, I jumped ahead." This one is the killdeer, and this is the one that you had, right? Did you have a picture of this? Okay, and then I had another person in first period that said they had a debate, had a picture of it on their phone, and had been debating with their dad about what this bird was. And this girl was like, "I'm so glad that we can, I can go home and tell my dad to stick it because I was right and he was wrong." Okay, yeah, Zach, you got to kill deer story? Yeah. Awesome! Tell me about it. Did you see the eggs?
Yeah, I saw them.
Oh, you did? They're so cute, aren't they? Oh, they're tiny fuzzballs. Okay, so they nest on the ground. Very protect. Okay, so did you
She
get?
has a
Oh,
smaller dog, it's a
yep,
dachshund.
yep.
Dog walks by their nest and the bird jumps on top of it.
Awesome. So the bird. So I don't know if this happened to you, Zach. Did you get near the nest and the mom? What would the mom do?
I can't tell.
Oh yeah. Well, like typically what'll happen is it'll pretend like it's got a broken wing. And so, yep.
Up and gets real close and starts like.
Oh yeah. And so here's what it does. It will lead you away from the nest. I don't know if yours did this. So it'll lead you away from the nest. So the idea is that if you're a predator and you see the killdeer, you're like, I'm gonna eat that bird, right? So then it goes, oh, I'm hurt, so come eat me, right? And then when the predator gets close to the killdeer, he's like, forget about it, and the bird will fly away. The idea is to distract, to get away from the nest so that those bird eggs will and those little chicks will be fine. This gets its name killdeer because it does kind of sound like it says killdeer. It's like, but to me it's more like piquet, and they're very loud. Any golfers in here? Okay. Yeah, there you go. They're all over golf courses. They do migrate, by the way, so you won't see them. And they remind you of a shorebird, right? They're like the sandpipers and whatnot, but you see them all over. Very cool, and actually kind of a big bird. All right, here's the last one. This is a mourning dove. The mourning dove has, like mourning as in M-O-U-R-N, like I'm sad, rather than good morning. Okay, the reason why it's mourning dove, because its call kind of sounds sad. It does have a turquoise ring around its eye. They're kind of pretty. There is a season on these. You can hunt them and eat them. I hear they're tasty. Okay, I've never had one before. When I was like 12, or 10 or 12, somewhere around there, I lived with my parents, and my room was on the second floor. And right outside my window, there was a telephone wire. And I would hear what I thought was an owl. And I would look out the window. Yeah, I would look out the window, and I would say, like, where's the owl? I would only see this bird. What an idiot. Like, how stupid is that? You're dumb. You know why? Because it was this bird. I thought that this bird, the mourning dove, scared away the owl. I did not put 2 and 2 together until much later in life that that's what it is. And so let me show you the call. Yes. So.
We had a bird feeder at my dad's.
Yeah.
A bird feeder
Yeah.
outside our window,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of mourning doves.
Oh yeah. They'll eat you out of house and home. Okay, here's the.
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard this? Like I thought it was. What's that? Oh yeah. It really is. Does.
Mine used to sit on our telephone wires outside.
Oh, yeah.
It'd go all day.
I know. I don't know why it was so dumb.
Oh, I laughed at myself for doing something. I hit one with a football once because it was so annoying. And when I kid you not, for 3 hours, it was going on the whole time I was outside. I said, screw it. I tried to go out and check my football.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right, hey, real quick. Here's the. I forgot to play the green here.
Look at the people killing birds.
Oh yeah.
This clock's really like.
Scares me. Yeah,
See, that sounds like a dog barking.
yeah, yeah.
What that is.
Here, let's see if I can get it.
Don't those sound like they're barking if it's like the,
Sorry.
it sounds like a
He
chihuahua.
sounds like.
It sounds like a dog being.
I think Trey's supposed to.
It sounds like the bird just going slow.
To me, in real
Yeah, just one.
life, I think it sounds more like a. I mean, this is a great recording, but in real life, behind my house, it's got more of an echoey sound. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's our list. Okay, so if you're done, go ahead and hit turn in. If you need another day, that's fine. Lincoln, you can go ahead and turn yours in right now too. That'd be great. And so, but if you're behind a day or two, just catch up with me. And so I'll give you a second to do that. Hey, you guys at home, if you're all caught up too, Kaylee, Katrina, or whoever else is watching this later, go ahead and just turn it in. That'd be great. Okay, let me do this, and let's go. Okay, I'm going to save as. So I'm going to go ahead and just for y'all, hold on a second. I am going to upload this to Google Classroom. So now you'll have it, and I will put it as a so you can open it up in on your Chromebooks. Here we go. Just give me a second because I gotta change one thing. Oh, why did I put bird list? Hold on a second. I put bird list 20 or 202.
Wow, Jack, though. I gotta admit, this is a great but very weird class.
It's a great class, man. All right, here we go.
He said he's fine if we call him that. Mr. Burnworth is a cool surfer dude.
Thank
I
you.
like his
See, and he
shirt.
even drives the minivan. See, that's the
creative
greatest
shirt.
part.
This is my favorite shirt right now. I
Is that a
bought
surfboard
it
in the background?
right before the Everglades last year.
Wow, that's great.
See.
Thomas the thermonuclear bomb.
Whoever did be a millionaire.
Okay, hey, as soon as I upload this, I want you also to try to
Dang, we have math class.
Tucker. Wait, who do you have?
I have Parsons. Oh, nice, but it's just such a long class.
all right, make sure you can open the bird list.
Yeah.
Make sure you can open the pictures. Yeah, give me a couple more minutes and we can chill, but I'm gonna do two more things.
Yeah.
And go to Google Classroom. And make sure you can open that. Okay?
Imagine what?
Thomas the thermonuclear bomb.
All right. The last thing I want you to do is I want you to join my Quizlet class, okay? I'm going to send you a link,
Got it.
okay? And I'm going to show you how to get there, okay? So, I'm just gonna send, I like to do this, so I'm just gonna send you, to this, push the URL. Yes. Okay, on your Chromebook, okay, open up, go to the link that I'm sending you. I need you to sign up for my Quizlet class. Okay, so Chromebooks, you got your Chromebook one? Yeah. Let me see it out real quick. It won't take you long. Okay, I didn't email this to you, I sent it to you, and everybody should get it right now. And, this is my class code, so I think you just hit like join class, sign up, for free, to request. Log in with Google, right, just log in with Google.
I forgot.
Okay, so, did I not, no, I just sent it to you, I pushed it out. You didn't get it either?
I probably have that.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I go ahead.
This was on, on security. I got kicked out of Zoom.
You get it, Jay?
How are you chatting?
I got the bird list.
I can put on night mode. Oh, night mode.
Okay, if you did not get it, then I will put it on that, Google Classroom real quick, and then you can, log in that way. I don't know why some people didn't get it and some people did. So let me go back to Classroom. That just tells me securely is not working that good, which is what ifs. Join my Quizlet class. Link. Boom. Add link. Okay, so if you didn't get the link I just sent you, then I'm going to post this. But there you go. It might be a second. You just click this link, you hit sign in with Google, and then you should be good. Tyler, did that work? Because I saw you did that. You hit, sign into Google. Anybody else having trouble with this? Okay, cool.
I want to let me raise my hand.
I want to what?
It says, oh, it's disabled, never mind.
What's disabled?
It says, hand raised is disabled.
Oh. On the Zoom?
No, for the, securely thingy, whatever.
Whoa, Sam.
Whoa.
The,
Man, wonder what happened to, okay, so hey, so, Katrina, if you're on there, and Kay, hopefully, you can sign up for Quizlet. That'd be great. I'll be able to see everybody on there tomorrow. Any questions? You go by Kay now? Kaylee. I'm just asking. Kay. All right, I'm gonna sign out then. Peace out, home slice. Bye.
Mr. Burnworth.
Okay, is my nickname. I like Kay. Can I call you Kay? Can I call you Kay? Sweet, thanks. All right, bye, Kay.